everyone, thank you for joining me here on this, another While I'm Driving episode of Vegan Police TV. This episode I'm sharing my thoughts on why society views veganism as just a diet and possibly what others viewing YouTube can do about it and how they can change that ideal. So anyway, now one thing I've seen a couple of YouTubers talk about, or a couple of people viewing YouTube clips that are complaining about the types of ads that they get shown when they're viewing YouTube clips. Now, the thing with that is that, the advertisers deliberately target these sorts of viewers. So I've got another channel that's what is it? It's a motorcycle one that I'm starting up, vegan motorcyclist or something like that. So I look at all the YouTube clips that are related to motorcycle riding with that one. So you have a look at those clips, and then all of a sudden, every once in a while, I'll see a Mick doing in his Q ride or whatever it was. Anyway, motorcycle relating ads. Now, the other thing with that is though that with those ads, depending on what sites you've looked at in the past, if you've done a Google search on a particular term, unless you clean your cookies out every night or every morning or whenever you shut down your computer, you're going to be targeted by these sorts of ads because, whether if you've done a Google search, let's say you've done a Google search for something related to the MLA, or for anything that you can think of, some lamb diet or lamb recipe or something like that, you'll be targeted because your browser's got a cookie on it. So therefore, when these advertisers come to pick their target market, they can pick viewers that have already done it. And it happened to me today because on my main left YouTube open as the Vegan Police This channel, looking through a couple other things, had a look at another website, and it was about what was it, Xero, the accounting bookkeeping software or whatever it was. Lo and behold, probably about, because I looked at it and then didn't look at any YouTube clips, and then had a look at a couple of YouTube clips before I got in the car today, and then all of a sudden there was an ad for Xero. So this is the thing, this is what, you're targeted. And with society and in general viewing veganism as a diet, then you're going to be targeted by these sorts of things. So you're going to be targeted by people looking at you're going to be targeted by companies promoting healthy food or healthy living or healthy diets and things like that. So that's the idea of it. And with the meat and animal agriculture wanting to become more convincing in their view that what you're doing is good for you and it is good for your health, it's good for the environment and blah blah blah, is that they're going to start targeting all these ads because they know that unless someone goes down the ethical vegan path, if they're more likely to adopt or become vegan because of the whole plant-based diet thing, or it's healthy, or it's bad for the environment, then the industry can target these people because they're not completely sold on, they're not completely shut off to the idea of the consumption of animal products. So if industry can turn around and say, hey, yes, we're doing this, what is it? MLA's got their Target 100 or something like that, a campaign about reducing the carbon footprint. They put out, their own version of a statistical survey debunking the excessive water consumption claims that are being made. So I mean, and this is the thing, facts, depending on which way you look at the facts, facts can say anything. So yeah, there's that. So this is why we get targeted with these ads, because they're of the belief that the average viewer, and this is what they're aiming at. They're aiming at the average viewer. So let's say someone goes on and has a look at a banana smoothie recipe or some recipe for whatever that looks at something on YouTube, and then they're going to be targeted because the way the cookies are set up and your browsing history and your viewing history on YouTube, that's going to be inclined, so they're going to be targeted that way. You can do the same thing with Facebook. Have you ever noticed that if you're going through Facebook, you have a look at someone's website, and then all of a sudden you're seeing ads about them all the time? And this is going back to what I was saying before, is that people need a number of exposures to become to become sold on it, to become open to that message, to become receptive on it. So this is the thing, it's the continual exposure that people present and that companies present that is giving these people the idea of, hey, yeah, there's so many exposures, there might be, I can't remember if I took screenshots of a couple of them. There was just a couple of different, diet things related while I was having a look at different YouTube channels. So this is the thing. So how do we solve that? How do we get past that? How do we stop seeing these sorts of ads on YouTube when we're viewing YouTube? Don't have a look at the foodies YouTube channels and all that things like that, because when you have a look at a foodies, they're likely to think that, hey, yes, as I said, they'll be easy to sway over the line. They're not really sold on it. Start spending more time liking and sharing and promoting the ethical side of things, so more of the political side of things, and these sorts of videos where you're talking about the political side of it and you're talking about the ethical side of veganism. So the more that you see them and the more you view clips like this one and then the ones that are on this channel, the less likely you are to be getting targeted by that, retargeted by those companies. The other thing you can do is delete your cookies every time you shut down, you close your browser or you shut down your computer at night. Delete the cookies. Delete your YouTube history, so you can go through and watch videos and all that sort of stuff. You can go through and delete them. Don't like any videos. Don't do anything. Don't leave any footprint. Or ideally, what I'm starting to do now is have a look at it from another browser. With most of us running from computers or laptops or things like that. We've got Chrome, we've got Safari, we've got Firefox. I mean, on my Mac, I've got Chrome, I've got Firefox that I use. I occasionally use Safari. The big two that I use are Tor. The thing with the Tor browser is because that hides the footprint altogether. You can't view YouTube clips on that. So the Tor browser is good for looking at other stuff. And Aviator, I think it was, because that doesn't keep cookies. That's I think Aviator's Firefox or Chrome based anyway. Sounds like a happy truck driver. So yeah, there's that. So go for those sort. View things in different browsers. View YouTube in one browser. Go when you go looking for things, viewing them in different browsers, or delete cookies, delete histories. So there's no footprint. There's no way for you to be retargeted. And the same thing goes with Facebook as well. Is that if you have a look at someone's, if you're looking at something someone wrote on Facebook, and I do that a lot with the other side of the business, the other businesses that I've got, and I can do it with people that have looked at particular posts on the veganpolice.com.au website, because there's the Facebook calls it their pixel, so you can be retargeted with the Facebook pixel. Is that you can have a look at one of my blog posts, and depending on which one it is that you can be retargeted that way. And this is the thing, so that's the way to solve it. And I mean, I know this is only a short one, but the whole idea of retargeting, whether you're using Google or whether you're using Facebook ads, and remember Google is attached to Google search as well as YouTube, because they're all the big same organization now. So anything that you have looking on Google, and that's the thing is too, that when you find something, it gives you the hyperlink, which the link that you click, and it also gives you the web address below. If you highlight the web address below and then cut and paste that, then that to a certain extent lowers the chances of you being tracked to that, because your browsing history isn't there. Google hasn't got that thing. So when you click on a link, next time you do it, if you're doing it from a browser, click on a link and you'll see that the address, it's a Google something address first, then it goes to the address. So this is Google doing its little algorithmic mumbo jumbo and witch doctor stuff that Google does to track those links. So the more that you click something in Google search, the more likely it is to be bumped up, and all that sort of stuff. So what else is there? So that's the thing. Look at it from another browser. Look at it from a delete your histories, delete your cookies. So yes, so that's the way that you stop it. And ultimately, the best way to stop it is to stop looking at all the foodie blogs and the foodie YouTube channels through whatever browser you're using. So anyway, that was my thoughts. Share your comments below. Thumbs up, thumbs down, like, subscribe, and all that sort of stuff. So remember, don't fear the vegan police. We're here to help. Bye for now.